everybody, it's Cheyenne and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a little update of what's going on here in Southern Oregon with the coronavirus, and then just kind of what I've been up to. And then I also want to go over the process of claiming for unemployment, because I have been getting quite a few questions lately, how you apply for unemployment. And again, I do live in Oregon, so it's a little bit different here than other states, but I still want to go through the process just to help anybody if it is similar to the states that you're living in, or just to kind of give you a little bit of the rundown of how I applied for it if you do live in Oregon. So yes, as you can tell from my voice, I can barely talk. I'm coughing now too. I have been sick, but I'm going to talk about my experience with that as well. So I started feeling sick probably last Wednesday, like towards the evening, and I kind of just put it in the back burner until about Friday. I wasn't really concerned about it until Friday because I thought it was just the flu. I'm a pretty healthy person. I really hardly ever get sick. I don't really have any health problems. Thank God, you know, I'm a very healthy person. So I kind of thought I just had a little flu. But then I started thinking about some of the patients I saw on Monday and Tuesday at my work, and it started to worry me because a lot of them did have the flu. So I was like, oh my gosh. And then I started getting like shortness of breath. And Friday night when I went to sleep, I could barely sleep throughout the night because I felt like I couldn't catch my breath. Like I felt like I was running a marathon and I could barely breathe all night long. So when I woke up Saturday morning, I was pretty concerned. So I ended up calling my local hospital, and they did a phone conference with me, like kind of like a FaceTime. And we talked about my symptoms and what I was going through. And they said that if I was in the hospital, they would test me, that I do have symptoms for the COVID-19. So it was up to me if I wanted to go there and get tested. But the test was taking 7 to 11 days. And they usually were keeping people there until they got their test results back. Or my physician said, since I am young, I'm healthy, I don't have any other health issues, that I was considered low risk. So I could stay at home and just self-quarantine until I've gone 72 hours without a fever. So I decided to take that route. So I did not go get tested. My symptoms, I would think, were pretty mild by Monday, this past Monday, so it's Wednesday today. Monday, my shortness of breath was gone. My fever had gone down below 100, so I wasn't too concerned with it anymore. Now I just kind of have like flu-like symptoms. I do a little scratch in my throat. I'm kind of coughing, a little bit of phlegm, but my fever's down. And when your body does have a fever, that is good in some cases because that means your body is fighting the infection. So yeah, so I'm feeling better. End of story. I didn't get tested. Do I know if I had it or not? I'm not quite sure. If I did, it was a really mild case. Honestly, I've been a lot sicker, but I did self-quarantine for 3 days. That's what they told me to do, or not for 3 days, until you've gone 72 hours without a fever. My husband slept in a different room. I just hung out in the bedroom, and now it's Wednesday and my fever has been down for the past 48 hours. So I'm still going to kind of just spend today in my room, but tomorrow, as long as my fever is still low, I think I'll be fine, or in more of a normal range. But my fever did get up to about 101. So it was a little concerning, but I'm feeling a lot better now. And if you do have more severe cases, definitely go in and get tested. I personally just didn't want to be stuck at the hospital for days waiting for my test. And I'm not sure if that's the case all around, but she did tell me if I come in there and get tested that they would keep me there until they got my results back. So I didn't really want to do that. And I definitely have felt a lot sicker. I didn't feel that sick. Yes, I did have a fever. The shortness of breath is what mostly concerned me, and that went away in a few days. So anyways, I'm feeling better. I don't know if I had it or not, but it might have just been the flu. But yes, anyways, I've been sick. And that's how my local hospital handled it. And I think if you're low risk, they're kind of just wanting you to stay at home and self-quarantine. And as long as your symptoms don't get worse, they're just kind of wanting you to stay away from the public and then kind of get better on your own. But of course, if you're high risk, if you're older, if you have health issues, they want to see you go into the hospitals and get, you know, the test taken so they can monitor you and make sure that you're able to get rid of the virus on your own. But she did tell me there was no antibiotics she could give me. She did say that she could give me an inhaler for the shortness of breath, but I told her I would just call her if it got worse, and luckily it went away in the next day or two. So yeah, so that's where I've been. I've just been hanging out in my bedroom watching The Walking Dead, because I quit watching it a couple seasons ago because I kind of got bored, and I decided to start watching it again. So now I'm all caught up, and this last season was really good with the Whisperers. Like this season 10, super good. Well, I guess they were in season 9 too, but yeah. The Whisperers are a scary but really cool group of characters. I really like that, but anywho, now I'm blabbering. Okay, so enough about me and what's been going on with me. I hope you all are healthy, and if you are sick or having any symptoms, I hope that you're recovering well and, you know, quarantining. Is that a word? I don't know. But I hope you guys are feeling better. Now, back to the most stressful part of all of this is, of course, in the dental industry, we now have been told that we need to see ER patients until June 15th because all the protective gear, like our gloves and mask, need to be used at our local hospitals. So yes, that's very scary to think that you're not going to have any work until June 15th. That's very far away. So I want to go over the unemployment process with you guys. My job, I'm averaging about, let's see, I basically have one shift a week. I'm working every 6 days, I think it is. So yeah, so one shift a week. So definitely scary. That's roughly 2 to 3 days on a paycheck. So I filed for unemployment about 2 weeks ago, and I was approved within a week. So I went to Oregon.gov because I live in the state of Oregon, but you can just Google your state and unemployment and a website should come up. And then you're going to want to click on the online claim, because they are not wanting people to go into the offices right now, of course, because of the coronavirus. So they're saying to call and do it over the phone. So you can either Google your state and unemployment phone number and give them a call and they can do it over the phone, or you can do it online. I found online to be more helpful because I did call to speak to unemployment and it did take me a little bit to get through to them. I think I was on a hold for about 45 minutes, which isn't terrible, but just filing the claim online took me like 5 minutes. It's fairly quick. It's just gonna ask you where you work, how many hours you usually work, how much you make in money, the reason why you're filing unemployment. And if you're laid off right now, that's what you wanna put on your unemployment form. You want to put lack of hours. That's an option on there. So you want to select that. And then, now this is in the state of Oregon. It might be different in other states. So once you do your online claim, you have to do this thing called the Match iSkills. So you're going to find that on the website as well. And I'll put little pictures throughout this video to kind of explain what I'm talking about. But it's called Match iSkills, or at least in Oregon it is. So you want to click on that link. And in this link, you're just going to fill out a few more questions. And then they're going to have you make like a resume because, of course, unemployment, they want you searching for a job. Now, when I did call unemployment and talk to someone on the phone, they're waiving all those guidelines, but these are still steps that you have to go through. Because usually you would do this iMatch skills in their office, but since they don't want people in their office right now, they're letting you do it online. So just fill that out real quickly. You make like a little resume, and then you have to call the unemployment office. And they have to do like a little phone interview with you and just make sure you have filled everything out correctly. And during this time, you can ask the questions if you'd like, but basically you want to call them and say that you filled out your online claim, you've done your iMatch skills, and now this is like your phone interview or phone conference. Again, these are things that they would do in person, but with this whole crisis going on, they're not doing it in person anymore. And then that's basically it. And in the state of Oregon, which I'm sure is the same in other states as well, basically every Sunday you file your weekly claim. So you log on to their site on Sunday. So you're gonna have like a username and a login code, and you claim your weekly benefits. And basically they're asking you if you worked any hours, if you were searching for a job. So she told me there's options on there now that says that to basically boycott those questions, because of course you're not looking for a job because you're laid off. So she said there were options on there now to say that you were just laid off in that will get rid of the looking for a job or whatever, because you have to put references down and things like that weekly. But anyways, you log in on Sunday and you say if you worked any hours that week. Now you don't want to lie and say you didn't, because they're going to find out. So put on there, like I filed one for last week and I worked 16 hours last week. So I put that I worked 16 hours, and then I am getting PTO for the other day. So I put that I'm getting PTO. And you want to make sure you're doing this weekly, because she said that if you don't, if you happen to work a full 40 hours or if you have PTO, you still want to do it, because if you don't, that can put your claim on hold. And I don't want that to happen right now, because when I do need the money, I want it to be accessible. Every Sunday, basically, I'm logging on and just putting in if I've worked any hours. So like this week, I don't work any hours, but I do have PTO. So I'll put that on there and say that I'm not working any hours, but I am getting paid this amount of money in PTO. And they won't pay me any money this week. Now, everybody's like payment weekly is going to be different. It's based on what you've paid into unemployment, what you've made over the years, if you've ever collected unemployment before. Usually it's roughly, I'd say my payment is probably like 70% of what I usually make, 60%, maybe 60%. And then you do pay taxes on it. So of course it's not a full paycheck, but it is something. So yeah, that's basically it. You want to log in every Sunday and put your hours in for the previous week. She said that you can sign up for direct deposit if you'd like, but your very first check will come in the mail and then you can sign up for direct deposit. And then I did ask her, because I've seen some things around online saying that you're only going to get benefits for 4 weeks through unemployment. She said that she didn't know about that. That hasn't been anything set in stone. So I wasn't quite sure if that was true or not. She wouldn't really give me a direct answer. I'm hoping it's not, but that is a possibility. I've heard that you're only going to get paid for 4 weeks through unemployment, which I hope is not true, but I guess we'll see in 4 weeks. But yeah, so search your state unemployment, sign up through the online claim, and then fill out your iMatch skills, and then call your local unemployment office. Let them know that you've done that, and then they will set up the rest of it for you. And then every Sunday, go to that same website, go to the online claim, and then you want to click on file a new claim or a weekly claim. Okay? It's kind of complicated, but once you figure it all out and you navigate through the website, it's really not that bad. But yeah, so I am on unemployment right now. Like I said, I'm only working 1 shift a week. I did notify my office and said that they could definitely give my shifts to other people that need it, because I do, have unemployment, and I know some people weren't able to get it, because some people either weren't at our office long enough to get it, or who knows, maybe they've gotten it in the past and they're not going to get very much through it. So yeah, if you're able to collect unemployment, maybe give your shifts to other people that aren't able to collect it. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me, guys. Also, do you guys like my shirt? It's from The Mandalorian. It's Baby Yoda. It's the child. I was very excited when I found this shirt. I actually found it on Groupon. But yeah. So I am going to be filming some more videos today. I definitely still want to get content out to you guys. I was really sad that I wasn't able to film any last week, because my goal was to film like a video every single day, and then I got sick. So yeah. But during this time, just everybody take care of yourself, and I wish you all the best of luck. I really do. I know it's a really scary, stressful time right now, and look into ways, if you do need help, to get help. Like, look into unemployment. I've heard of people calling like their mortgage people or their credit card people and asking to skip a couple payments. I know that can be scary too, because they can add interest and everything else, but just reach out to any resources you might have to help you through this. And yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and maybe slightly just getting some relaxation, because I know we all work extremely hard. So it's nice to sometimes get a little break, and we are getting a little break right now. The whole world is, which is kind of nice, but it is definitely scary. Very scary. But anyways, best of luck to everybody. I will be posting some more videos this week, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.